game what is turning out to be.
In America, football means NFL, pads, helmets, halftime shows. In Europe, football means what Americans call soccer, and the passion on both sides, equally intense, but the flavors, completely different. Americans are obsessed with the NFL. It's a cultural behemoth. One Reddit user said, "The NFL is like Christmas every Sunday. You wake up, you're hyped, and you've got your whole schedule wrapped around kickoff." Europeans don't get it. They'll say, "It's just men crashing into each other for 5 seconds and then standing around for 2 minutes." But that 5-second clash, that's war strategy to an American fan. In America, NFL players are more than athletes. They're household names, larger-than-life figures. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Travis Kelce. They don't just play. They headline commercials, host shows, date celebrities, and the teams, icons in their own right. The Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Green Bay Packers. They each carry decades of history, pride, and diehard fan bases that stretch coast to coast. Over in Europe, the players are worshipped with the same intensity. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, Mohamed Salah. These names are spoken with reverence in stadiums from Barcelona to Istanbul. Clubs like Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and Paris Saint-Germain are more than football teams. They're global empires with fans in every corner of the planet. Whether it's Sunday in Foxborough or a Champions League night at the Santiago Bernabeu, the pitch becomes a stage and the players, living legends. And over in Europe, they see the NFL and ask, why do they wear armor?
Stronov can't push him out, and finally it takes the hit by Locke.
To them, it's theatrical, slow, overproduced. But give them a local derby, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, or a rainy Stoke versus Arsenal midweek, and they'll be chanting, yelling, cursing referees in 7 languages. In football, real football to them, it's fluid, it's poetry, it's community. Ask an American why they love the NFL, and they'll say it's more than a game. It's about pride, identity. One said, "I'm a Bears fan. Doesn't matter how bad we are, that's my team for life." Loyalty is baked in. The NFL gives you something to believe in, something to argue about at work, something to obsess over in fantasy leagues. You live and breathe it. Ask a European why they love football and they'll say, it's everything. From the moment a child first kicks a ball in a narrow alley in Naples or on a pitch in Lisbon, to the generational chants passed down from father to son at Old Trafford, it's religion. One comment on a football subreddit said, "I cried when my team got relegated. I don't care if that sounds silly. That was my childhood, gone." And it's not like Americans haven't tried to get into soccer. Every World Cup, interest spikes. Everyone becomes an expert for about 2 weeks, but then it fades. Meanwhile, NFL viewership is growing. The Super Bowl alone pulls in over 100 million viewers every year in the US. The ads are cultural moments. The halftime shows break YouTube. It's spectacle. In Europe, the Champions League final is their Super Bowl. But it's different. No confetti cannons or million-dollar commercials. Just tension, history, songs so loud they shake the camera, and fans that travel hundreds of miles just to stand outside the stadium because they couldn't get a ticket. In the US, tailgating is a sacred ritual. Fans will show up 6 hours before kickoff to grill burgers, down beer, and throw mini footballs across the lot. It's an event. It's community. As one fan put it, "I might not know your name, but if you're wearing the same jersey, we're family today." Europeans don't tailgate, they march. Together. Hundreds, thousands. Drums, smoke bombs, banners. The atmosphere before a big match is tribal. You feel it in your bones. It's not friendly, it's intense. It's rivalry with a century of history behind it. One fan on Reddit said, "You don't pick your club. Your club picks you, through family, geography, heartbreak." And when it comes to the game itself, Americans crave structure. NFL gives you that. Every down has meaning. Every play is a tiny chess match. Coaches with laminated playbooks the size of dictionaries. It's war conducted in 4-second intervals. Fantasy stats, mic'd up linebackers, replays from 15 angles. It's built for TV. Europeans scoff at that. They want fluidity, momentum. They want a game where time keeps moving, where rhythm matters. No commercials every 5 minutes. One user joked, "Watching NFL is like watching a movie where they pause every scene to explain the plot." To them, football is art. The way Messi threads a pass, that's Picasso with boots on. But the cultures also shape the games. In the US, schools and universities breed football fans. Friday night lights, college Saturdays, then Sundays. It's generational. You grow up in a football town and your whole life revolves around it. One fan said, "Even if I move away, I'm still a Cowboys fan. It's in my blood." In Europe, football isn't just in schools, it's in the streets, it's in pubs, it's in the way people talk. You can strike up a conversation about your club in the middle of a supermarket and walk away with a new best friend, or a lifelong enemy. There's also the pace. Americans like that stop-start rhythm. Time to grab a snack, analyze the play, watch it again in slow-mo. Europeans? They need that 45-minute stretch of uninterrupted intensity. A 0-0 draw in Europe can still be thrilling if it was full of near misses, tactical brilliance, and raw emotion.
Magnificent! Wayne Hennessy didn't even move.
To an American, that sounds like watching paint dry. And let's talk heroes. In the NFL, it's Mahomes, Brady, Kelsey, celebrities, pitchmen. Every play is a highlight reel. The league builds narratives around them, dynasties, comebacks, scandals. The drama is part of the package. In Europe, footballers are icons too. But they're more than players. They represent cities, nations, histories. Zidane's headbutt, Maradona's hand of God, Messi's last dance. It's mythology. But for all the differences, there's one thing they both have in common: obsession. Pure, unapologetic obsession. Fans paint their faces, cry when their team loses, name their kids after players, rearrange weddings around match days. It's all-consuming. Still, most Americans don't get European football. They'll say, "Why do they flop so much?" Or, "Where's the action?" And Europeans will fire back. "Why do Americans need so many breaks?" Or, "Why is a 7-9 team in the playoffs?" And yet, the gap is narrowing. The NFL is expanding into London, Germany, and Mexico. The Premier League is gaining traction in the US. Younger fans, raised on streaming, memes, and YouTube highlights, are exploring both sides. A new generation of dual fans is emerging. People who love Red Zone on Sunday and El Clasico on Saturday. One American fan posted, "I used to think soccer was boring. Then I watched a Liverpool game with a friend. Now I've got a scarf and I'm arguing offside calls on Twitter." Likewise, a European fan said, "I watched the Chiefs-Ravens game out of curiosity. Now I know what a blitz is, and I kind of love it." Maybe the games are more similar than we think. Strategy, skill, heart, passion. They just express it differently. One's a beer and burger festival of calculated chaos. The other is a pint and pub symphony of flowing movement. Both have magic. Both have madness. In America, Sunday is sacred. In Europe, it's Saturday. The ball might look a little different. The scoring system might not make sense to outsiders. But the feeling? That deep emotional connection to a team, a moment, a goal, or a touchdown, that's universal. So whether you're waving a terrible towel or singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," whether you're screaming for a last-minute Hail Mary or a stoppage time screamer, at the end of the day, we're all just fans looking for something to believe in.